All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of the Skirt Smarts podcast. We're about real growth, empowerment, and living life on your own terms. I'm Dave, and I'm here with my incredible co-host, Pixie Paula, who has a mountain of accolades, but a few of them are Forbes 50 over 50 in 2023. She is the author of Alphabet Soup, the ABCs and 123s of NFTs and other blockchain acronyms. She's an award-winning entrepreneur and the powerhouse behind the Skirt Smarts magazine and Skirt magazine and the Skirt Smart Sisterhood. So today we're going to introduce ourselves and what our roles are in Skirt Smarts, how we're building it from the ground up, and what you can expect moving forward. So Pixie, why don't you tell me a little bit about Skirt Smarts, why now, why this moment, and how it came about?
Sure. Thanks, Dave. And thanks for being here and supporting women across the universe. We're really grateful to have you as a representative of our counter gender, the males that are out there. We're so excited to be able to come with a united voice to educating, bringing all people together. That is one of my hopes for the podcast. I've been podcasting for a very long time because when you feel very impassioned about having a voice and going through experiences that you want to share with others, it naturally just motivates you to want to get up there and find who can I help? How can I share? How can I serve? And Skirt Smarts has developed into an opportunity to really upon on street smarts. In today's day, it's less about what you have for education, even though as an educator, I'm never going to downplay the role and the value of education. But in today's day and age, it's less about the brick and mortar education and where you find your own resources to develop your talents. And that is available to everybody online and through the internet. And if you're not lazy, you can knock on any entrepreneur's door and say, tell me how you did it. Can I volunteer? Can I be an intern? Can I follow? Can I learn from you? And that's what Skirt Smarts is about. Instead of street smarts, it's about the pun of the woman in her skirt taking her female identity and getting out there and getting financially smart about how money moves and is moving in this day and age, and about how to take care of herself and her future. And typically in today's household, women are responsible either solely or at least providing more than half of the support for their offspring, their children, and sometimes their grandchildren, and sometimes their parents. So we live in such a different world now that it's critical to become skirt smart.
Absolutely. And, I feel strongly about the same things in educating everyone, but I think there's a lack of that when it pertains to women and all the things you just mentioned. Also, for those of you out there that don't know, Skirt has been around since the 90s, like 1994. So this isn't just another platform, just something that just came about. This is like the next chapter of something that has been in the works for 30 years and something very powerful. So wouldn't
Yes.
you say this would pretty much be the next chapter of Skirt as the evolution goes?
I say that every couple of years. We're like, okay, we're reinventing skirt, 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 skirt. And that is what women do. We just reinvent ourselves. We improve ourselves. We go with the flow. We survive and we figure it out. And so I would say, yeah, Skirt Smarts is really reflective about what women do naturally, but now giving them a very solid platform to get the help that they need. Gone are the days where we can just say it's troubles and problematic for women, because today's economy is just as problematic for men. We are moving with technologies and new economic digital currencies faster than the speed of light, honestly. And I gave a statistic last week that said that AI was doubling itself every 5.5 months. I was corrected on the new stats yesterday that I heard. It's expanding and doubling its own power every 3 months now. So that means we will have 4 times the capacity of what you are experiencing today with AI in 1 year. 4 times more power behind what you're experiencing just today in the next 12 months. It's insanity. And so how do you keep up with that? Unless you're connecting with other women or you have 40 hours a day to study what's going on and filter through all the noise, it is more important than ever that we are on a platform, we are connected, and we have direct access to each other. There's just no time to waste. We need direct access to each other's experiences. That's what Skirt Smarts is really about in today's version.
Absolutely. And I totally agree. We'll kind of move into the roles here, why I'm here and what we're doing. And bringing the community together is one of the biggest things because, like you said, everything's moving so fast nowadays. And to learn, even to spend 40 hours a day learning things, like the world's moving so fast, that might not be enough. So we're here to bring together a community of people that already know all the things that we can run things by, for bring women together that are just starting out, all the way up to, like with mini skirt, for example, which we'll get into a little bit more later, all the way up to seasoned veterans that have done it all, that know from experience, such as yourself, about many topics that women really need to be educated on, and bringing that all together and having direct access with those women to be able to ask them questions, learn from them, have a mentor, etc. So,
Yes.
um, I really think it's about, helping women find their voice, whatever stage of life they're in. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think I'm excited about the ability to use technology to pair the tenured women. You mentioned seasoned women, but I look at us as really tenured because we've lived the life. And at the end of the day, we're still human beings, regardless. Like we're people first. And so these experiences that we go through as women, nurturing, raising our families, all the way, all through all the things that we go through as matriarchs of our household, we bring such great experience to these young ladies who can really get a jump start by talking and sharing. We didn't have that back in my day, mostly because there were no women, very successful women entrepreneurs that you could lean on or talk to. And if there were, you had no access to them, and everything was behind closed doors, usually behind the shielded coat of a man. Hence that saying, behind every strong man is a strong woman. So I feel that now, with the ability to merge skirt and mini skirt, the timing is just perfect to allow these unions to help these young ladies carry the baton into the future because they don't have the experience of time under their belt. So if we can share and help, at least emotionally, you do have to go through some experiences to be able to really be able to absorb it and integrate it into your thought process. But we can certainly share through the old wives' tales and give some platform, some baseline for them to make good decisions and to come to their elders for advice and suggestions. We need to be as one. We really do.
And that's the core. That's the core mission of Skirt Smarts, is to bring globally women together as one. Anybody that's looking to do better, to financially, whether you don't have to be a business owner, you could just want to do better for yourself, you could want to learn how to be a better person, you could just want to be around like-minded individuals. It's we're really going to be offering lots of things on the Square Smarts platform, things for authors, things for artists, things for not just business owners, but a lot of things for business owners. Pixie is phenomenal in the field of taxes and business taxes and all this other stuff that she's teaching me. So we're going to have many aspects of areas on the platform to help you as a woman become a better person.
Being well-rounded, I want to touch on that. It's so important because it's not like we are compartmentalized. If we are suffering in any area of our life, it's going to bleed over into our other areas. It's just, you're only as strong as your weakest link. So it is a holistic approach when we're talking about Skirt Smarts. It's about financial literacy because that is conducive to being healthy, to feeling good about yourself. And hey, I fail. Today, I'm having to talk to myself saying, knock the crap off, Pix, because I'm in my head. And I'm in my head overwhelmed by a financial problem. And so it's affecting everything that I'm doing today. But I have enough foresight and enough skill set to know that knock it off, because there's no focusing and getting upset. It's just refocus, reposition my attention, and go after the smallest task at hand. So these are things that we can share with our broader audience, and they can share with each other to help everybody when they're stuck in their heads on a day.
And I think everybody can relate to that. And sometimes learning new ways to handle those problems or that headspace that you may be in, or just hearing someone say it, can change your whole day or your whole life. So let's talk a little bit about the platform. As of right now, you can go to login.skirtsmarts.com and sign up to be a free member of the Skirt Smarts community. So we have access to courses, community, Pixie herself, and other entrepreneurs, guests from all walks of life that come and help you as a woman to grow and prosper. There will be networking, empowerment, resources, all kinds of things. So please go check it out and sign up. And if you become a VIP member, you get access to even more courses, even more coaching and community, and access to Pixie yourself. Pixie, what would you say is the best thing about the community aspect of this?
We hear about coaching all the time. I like to consider this platform an opportunity to be accountability partners. So we all learn from each other and we are strengthened by that union and integration. And sometimes somebody could say, oh, you should do it this way. And it just clarifies for you, no, for me, I need to do it the opposite way. And that's valuable just in that, just helping you set your clarity. So the fact that there's accountability partners that you can share in a safe space, whatever is going on with you, personally, emotionally, financially, health-wise, whatever is going on, it is a safe community to have an accountability partner that holds you to being proactive about whatever your situation is. We are going to eliminate the victimhood here. There's not going to be a tolerance for it because it doesn't suit any of us. So we will hold you to your own empowerment. And sometimes that's all women need. Just that little bit of boost of confidence to saying, I got this. And we do have it. So I think that's the biggest part of this platform, the accountability partners.
Absolutely. And I love that this isn't just a place for CEOs or creatives. It's a place for every woman who wants to grow, connect, or just live a more intentional life. So another thing is that, we're going to be taking advice from all of our members. So if you have something that you think you would like to see on Skirt Smarts that you would like to learn about, please comment below, send us an email, get it out there. The whole thing is built around the community. And then Pixie, before we go here, is there any last words of hope, inspiration, anything you'd like to say that kind of represents Skirt and tells the woman out there why they should join Skirt Smarts?
I keep saying in this day today, but if you spend any time listening to the news or looking at the statistics or sharing in the research of what is happening worldwide, all of a sudden I feel, and I would imagine most people feel very, very, very small. So it's so important to reach for a community now that automatically doubles your force field in size. I really strongly suggest that people come on here to start being able to communicate with the other members, build a very strong force field. We don't know what's going to happen. We may not be able to go outside again. Remember what COVID did? We may have expenses that are just so overwhelming that we're homebound. I want to make sure that there is a lifeline for every single woman on the planet that chooses to reach out. I'm giving my accessibility. I know my sisterhood will step forward because that's who we are. And we will just be there for each other. What an amazing time to be alive on planet Earth. But what a very challenging time it is going to be over the next several years. We need to bond together.
Absolutely. There you have it, ladies, and I'm sure some gentlemen out there as well. So that's Kurt Smarts in a nutshell. And this is episode 1. Moving forward, we're going to be interviewing some influential women from all around the world, all walks of life, all with positive messages and something to bring to help you as a person. And I'm really looking forward to, as getting this thing going. And Pixie, it's been great. It's great working with you. And I want to tell everyone to go to skirtsmarts.com to learn more, or you can follow us at Skirt Smarts on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and stay Skirt Smart.
And remember, you are a miracle.
You are the miracle.